What it do? What it do, people?
What's poppin'?
What's good?
Starring Kay
And Lena.
Hey. Hey.
I've got some real issues.
They're gonna hate us by the end of this video.
Don't hate, appreciate. Today we are about to get on this camera and talk to y'all about little fires everywhere. I already know everybody's talking about it and everybody has their opinions, so we gonna give ours. Gonna be weed friendly with this. I've never been so emotional. Actually I have. I'm actually very emotional, but I was very emotional with little fires everywhere. Like that, it made me
Definitely hit certain spots.
the way Little Fires put it together. It was a book before. They did a good job.
That's why it was fire, because there was little fires everywhere.
There was little fires all up through that motherfucker. It was fires everywhere. We're just gonna kind of talk about the whole season now that it's wrapped up. We're not about to go through episode 1, 2, 3. Like, no, we're just gonna talk about how we felt and some things that we remember from it that we just want to talk about. Little Fires Everywhere. If you have not seen it, then it's Kerry Washington in it and Reese Witherspoon. They're fire. They both are like fire actresses.
And it's the facial expressions.
Carrie, you know we love you. We know you know we love you, but girl, you be having us dead with them faces.
No.
Like,
You and Pearl.
I just can't.
You just hit it on spot.
It just be passion. It just be passion behind it. So we ain't sitting here about to bash Kerry Washington because she's amazing.
Definitely.
Yo, everyone knows they had some feelings about her facial expressions. Really stood out to me was as soon as Pearl moved into, like, they moved into Shaker, she was already like in with the popular crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone gave her a chance. They like Pearl. They like the black girl that just moved into the neighborhood. It don't usually be like that. Like, when you move into a new school, you usually like the outcast and all that. But I didn't feel like Pearl had to feel like she was like an outcast or anything.
Especially her coming from no money.
Yeah, you know,
With all rich people.
Cause my initiative, like, cause I grew up in a suburban, I grew up near Shaker. Stop playing with me. I work in Shakers. Don't be that welcoming. They don't be that welcoming to be like, oh, she just moved here, they don't have no money. Like, if you don't have no money, you're a charity case and or.
But that's why the girl felt bad, because she was a black girl who was struggling, and that's why the white family came up and
took her in.
stereotypical.
That was a nice apartment for $300 a month. Let me tell you.
Hello.
Let me tell you, in Shaker, living in an apartment for $300 a month, you know, she definitely finessed that rent price.
She knew what she was doing.
Yes, and her apartment was so pretty.
But she had a lot of money
And then she ended up having all that money
to pay for a lawyer.
just to make, you know, I mean, you'll do.
To pay for a lawyer that wasn't even for her.
It was to prove her point.
Fuck the point.
I feel like she was just desperate to make herself feel better. So yeah, it was for old girl, but it wasn't for old girl. So
Yeah, she was proving her point of why whatever her name was, BB, got to or should have her kid, because she stole Pearl.
and did she really steal Pearl?
Did she?
Did she really steal Pearl? Because that was some BS. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. If you think you gonna impregnate me with a turkey baster, and you gonna get my baby for $12,000,
And she was a virgin and never used a tampon.
and they thought, and she's like, let me help you.
Are you a virgin? Want me to help you?
Let me help you. Let me help you to a psych ward. Like, that's crazy. Like, they manipulated that poor girl to giving up a baby.
And we from Cleveland. So if somebody were to walk up to you on the street and say, hey, you want to have my kid because you look like my wife, would you do it?
Would you do it for the money? Especially $12,000.
And you're a virgin?
Like, I have a question. Like, I need to look that up. Like, back in the day, were there surrogates? Because I'm pretty sure there was a better way they could have approached her.
But they would have had to pay a lot more money. So she got finessed in the end.
Exactly. So I think that Pearl was never theirs to begin with.
And that's on period.
No, what she wrote to that family when she said that she had a miscarriage, she said she would pay them back. So now we don't know if she actually paid them back though.
because now she got money.
Right, Elena.
I didn't want to say her name because her name too close to mine. Elena went all in Mia's life only to get like her truth. She tried to throw it at her in court and they didn't bring it up because it's really nobody's business.
Elena did all that in reality because she done cheated on Bill, I think his name. What the hell was her husband's name?
What was her husband's name?
I think it was Bill.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Something like
Maybe.
I think it was Bill too.
Cheated on him.
He looked like a
and
Bill.
She know her life is not what she wanted it to be. So she's trying to ruin somebody else's life. She was born into money.
She was born into her parents' standards on top of being rich. Like, just because they have money, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people get born into money. You are born into standards that are crazy. And
yep.
A broken home. Broken home.
How do you feel about Lexi's boyfriend? Would you be upset if you were Lexi's boyfriend?
Yeah, he shouldn't have been with her. I don't know if he said he did love her though. He said, I did love you, so he loved her at some point, but he started to grow. I feel like he was growing to hate her. Like, he didn't want to hate her, but he started to grow to hate her because he was just tired of, like, she do not see that she's racist as hell.
Yeah.
Lexi was racist as hell and it's not even her fault because it's her mom.
But they always try to justify it with the fact, like, okay, so you're black.
Yeah.
So let's see. If you were to have a boyfriend whose mom always said that they marched with Martin Luther King, how would you feel every time you walked into that house? That shit would get annoying.
You march with Martin Luther King. You march with Martin Luther King. Well, but think about it.
Yeah, the mom or whatever she said. Come on now. That's all racial slurs.
Right.
Who cares?
Like, I'm glad that, but I bet she really didn't. She might, they probably did not march on Martin Luther King. They probably looked out the window and probably was like, I wish he would go the fuck home. Like, she was just saying that just because it's like a guilt. She feels guilty about everything. She just has that white guilt that you just can't, like, because you feel bad because you already know that these people are oppressed and you're just like, well, let me say something to make myself feel better. That's why she kept throwing that stuff out there. She be wanting to make herself feel better all the time. She don't want to take no hurt, and that's the thing. You cannot run away from your emotions, and that's what they was both doing. Yep. Running from every single thing they went through.
And then she stole Pearl's writing to get into Yale.
Yeah, I'm acting like I didn't watch the show. I remember, bro.
And then all she did, that was about what, the math class, about her being black. And then I agree with the boyfriend. Why would you steal it and try and flip it? You got everything handed to you. You didn't work in nothing. You didn't work in the show. You got everything handed to you. You live in this big ass house. You got unlimited whatever you wanted. And you over here stealing an African American girl's fucking writing that she was writing to her teacher.
And then justifying it. And continue, and every time he brought it up, she would be like,
I'm always angry.
why do you keep bringing it up? Like, get over it. Like, obviously nobody's over it, including you, because you're about to have an aneurysm every time he brings it up. You know what I'm saying?
Because she knew she was wrong.
Exactly. And that's, again, running from her feelings. So she, like, decides to lash out and be evil, and then wants to be all like...
But I see where she's coming from, though. Because you got to think she's got to live up to Elena's standards, which that goes back to what you were saying before.
That's why I feel like Lexi was just fucked up because of the standards. They all was. That whole family, like...
Except Izzy. Izzy's the only one who saw the true outcome of that whole family. And in the end, all the kids did.
Yep.
Bill even saw it after she took that little trip to New York.
Yeah, because she did a good job of making everything look perfect. She did a real good job of doing that. After she came back from getting it on, about to get it on and start feeling when she felt guilty for starting to hook up with old dudes, she's like, no, I need to make my family perfect, and poured all her energy into that, but never really understanding why she even went to him to begin with. She never dealt with those feelings, so she ran to her family to try to make them perfect. Not a good look, Elena.
Yeah, because she was upset at the fact that the guy, I don't even remember his name, but the guy that she was in college with didn't want to come back with her to Shaker. And he was going to pursue his plan and go to the New York Times. And he succeeded with his plan. And now she got knocked up with 4 kids with another guy, and she's writing from Shaker Times. Who the fuck reads Shaker Times? Your mother had a high standard for you. You wanted to do it. Even though writing for New York Times would have been a lot higher.
Yeah, I feel like that was her dream. Like, you get to
It was, but
It
she was
was.
meeting her mom's standards. She wanted to be like her mother.
Right. Her mom's standards became her standards, and she just gave up on everything. And she did live the life. She had the pretty home, the pretty kids, the pretty job, the pretty husband. Like, she just had the pretty little picture that everybody wants.
But a horrible family.
Yeah, because that she created, though. She created that family, and the reason it was horrible is because of the way that she went about it.
She hated her life at that.
And then you look at Mia and Pearl, and they created theirs off pure love. Like, they just love each other. No, they don't have to have a lot of stuff to know that love is real, and the stuff that they go through is real.
Except
on that.
the lies that Mia was telling Pearl, but she did it to protect her. There's a difference.
So there's still lies, but there was, you know what I'm saying, more love, and that kind of was a little bit stronger, because at the end of all of it,
the lies didn't matter.
The lies didn't even matter, because she knew she was doing it out of love. And then that's why Izzy ran away, because Elena never did shit out of love. She did everything out of her running from her emotions and trying to make something perfect.
Especially towards Izzy.
Poor
Izzy had
Izzy.
it the rough way.
Poor Izzy. This to you, Izzy.
What was that saying that I said I liked, that Izzy said? Hold on. I wrote it down.
Yeah, because Izzy was really going through it. Like, she was really trying to understand. She really was. Everybody's point. And not even her mother at times. Like, she wanted her mother's affection. Like, when she was crying in her room and her mom didn't even come in to see if she was okay, she just knew. Like, it was
the mom
stuff
cut
like
her
that.
out of the picture and threw him in the garbage, and then she found him. That's disrespectful. I'm sorry. A lot of times throughout this whole show, I would have been beat up Elena. Like
that teenage rage, like Elena was creating it, and that she created that fire in Izzy. That was a little fire. She just kept planting little fires into people, and they would just fester and burn, and she just basically burned poor Izzy to the ground with all that like stuff that she just kept filling in her head, that she wasn't perfect, that she couldn't wear this, she couldn't look like this, she couldn't like who she liked. Like, ooh.
So the part that Izzy hit me with is when she said, all I see is the horizon and water. I just want to know when I'm going to stop swimming. That hit home. That was hard. That hit me hard.
Because when you stop swimming, what are you gonna do? You're gonna drown. That's horrible.
Are you stupid?
I'm dumb. Why? That's not what she meant. I thought she meant like she was like...
No, she wants to know when she's gonna stop swimming so she could be who she is. She wants to understand when she could be who she is and accepted, and she doesn't want to keep swimming. She wants to get somewhere in life. But she feels like she's not getting nowhere because not her parents, I wouldn't say that, because her dad was always on Izzy's side. But Elena was not. Elena, like she said, Elena made her who she is. Like, Izzy hit a breaking point, and I don't blame her.
Yeah, I didn't even know that that's what that poem actually meant. I really did. I really thought that she just was just seeing the sun and horizon. She's just swimming to nothing. Because you know, when you just see the sun and horizon, that means that, like, it's far away.
Going,
you know what I'm saying? It keeps going. So I looked at it from more of like a negative point. Like, I really thought she was really at that low point. But maybe she really
actually came out to her in that scene where she said it, that she was a lesbian. And I think that's why Mia and Izzy always connected, because Mia knew how it was to not be accepted as a lesbian because her parents didn't accept her as a lesbian.
Right.
And they also didn't accept Pearl because it wasn't hers.
Yep. They didn't accept, and that's the thing. When you start shutting people out based on your standards, and people can use the Bible to be like, well, God said this. I'm watching another show called The Handmaid's Tale where they twist the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Bible is, I feel like it's supposed to be interpreted in your own person. I know, like, people are like, no, because it says this and it says that. But, like, when love is involved, this and that and, like, all that negativity, there's grace and mercy and all of that. So I don't really like when people, or any show or any person in general, just does that, but that's what they're doing. They pick and choose what they want, okay?
But in reality, everybody has their own opinions.
Exactly.
Regardless. I could read a book and I can interpret it 100% different than you.
Just like I interpreted that poem differently.
Exactly.
It's okay to be different and like, ooh.
It's all about the mindset. Like, nobody is the same at all. So obviously no one's gonna interpret everything the same way.
And that's why when Mia was like an artist, I love that. Like, cause she could express herself and things like, that's why Mia, at the end of the day, they left. She got her daughter. She said, you know what, I've learned something from this. I still love my daughter. I just gotta get away and go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that. And then you see the pretty house, the pretty picture, it burns to the ground. That's messed up. And she just gets to get in her car and drive off.
I really think that Mia kept that baby because her brother died and then her lover died. So she felt empty.
Yeah.
I mean,
she needed her. And that's why she was like, she's not sure she did what was right for Pearl. She did what was right for her by keeping her. Because she loved her.
And in the end, you don't need money to be happy. Are you happy?
I am.
You got money?
Yeah. I could do better. Yeah, if I based my happiness on money, which I did at some point, I based my happiness on my income and how much money I had in the bank, and I was the saddest in my life when I did that. When I saw zeros in my bank account, even negatives, I was at the lowest points of my life. And actually, those were the times that I really felt like I didn't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? But when I stopped looking at material things as everything, man, I can't stop smiling nowadays.
That just shows, like, Pearl wasn't a materialistic person, though. She was like happy when she got that bed frame and all that stuff from Shaker from garbage picking.
Yeah.
But then it switched when she found out that they did have money, which that could hurt. That could hurt. Like, why am I wearing these hand-me-downs? Why am I wearing junky clothes?
She wanted what she wanted. You know, it was definitely a selfish moment on Pearl's part. But I feel like we're all entitled to kind of wanting to be selfish sometimes.
Why don't we talk about the other part of Pearl being innocent?
Oh yeah, cause like, you should never, like, if that's girl code, like putting brothers, I think personally, there's women out here that don't give a fuck, cousins, brothers. I think if you should never try to, she didn't mean to try to tear them apart, but she did not see it, and she was tearing them apart. And
Moody and Trip, that's who we're talking about.
Yeah, the brothers, like, but they had a rocky brothership already, and that just was the last straw. Because I feel like maybe Trip had been doing that, getting the girls that that Moody wanted.
Yeah, but Trip was your whore, man whore, while Moody was the nerd. So you gotta look at it like how we look at it nowadays. The man whore gets all the girls, Moody gets nothing. And then Pearl comes in and shows mixed emotions. I thought Pearl was gonna end up talking to Moody. That was the vibe I was getting from that, like, in the beginning when they were always hanging out, laughing, whatever. And then all of a sudden, she flipped to Trip. Was it because of the looks?
I don't think so. I think it was what you said earlier about Moody just gave her, like, you could tell Moody was just, like, really invested, but he just wasn't, I don't know, being himself. He wasn't being himself. He was trying to please her all the time. You kind of feel that vibe. You know what I'm saying? You kind of feel that vibe when, like, you got them wrapped around your finger, and, like, it's very nice, but at the same time, it's like...
See, when a girl decides that you're her friend, you're no longer a dating option. You become a complete non-sexual entity in her eyes, like her brother or a lamp.
She wanted to work for it. She wanted to go against it. She wanted to feel like a rebel. Because they never told Moody until Moody found out for himself.
Right, that's why he was so mad. And that's kind of, and they shouldn't have kept it a secret because they knew it was wrong. If you know something, if you have to hide something, you know it's wrong. Yeah. Okay? And those are just signs, like, and then people will be like, not trying to own up to that, but definitely at the end there, Pearl ended up realizing what she had done. She realized it. That's why she was like,
but that was after the fact they already fought.
Yeah, after she saw that, she was lying. You know what?
My thing was that whole situation. It really pissed me off that Trip and Pearl were going to the spot that Moody brought Pearl.
Yeah, they were just throwing it. That's really disrespectful. That's probably why he was so hurt. Cause I would feel disrespected if you knew cause like I'm not the easiest person to be like, I'll do awkward stuff to show people I like them too. So, and then people will use that. That's what they did. They saw that he liked her. Everyone knew, and that's why the mom was confused. She's like, oh my goodness, she had an abortion. Oh my goodness, it's Moody's, because she really thought that Pearl and Moody were gonna be a thing because they were giving off those emotions, those fake emotions, because they were kind of using him, and that stuff will drive people crazy. Not saying I'm crazy, but shit.
She's crazy. So am
Don't
I.
play with my emotions.
Okay.
That's funny, but don't play with people's emotions though. So that's why he was so mad, and that's why he probably snapped. They kept playing with him.
Season was crazy. It was a great season though.
This is a good show. When you got me like on the edge of my seat after every episode, that it's got like I'm just ready for the next episode. If it's on there, I'm gonna watch it. Like definitely worth watching. Again, I got my thoughts provoked for sure. I can relate it to my life a lot.
Hopefully there's a season 2, which I think there might be. How you just gonna end at the parents' house? 1,
Right.
You getting out the car, not showing yourself going in. 2, BB taking Mei Ling. 3,
I forgot about that.
yep.
Little cute.
And then Izzy's just who the frick knows?
Right.
She's on a bus somewhere. I don't know. I think there might be a season 2.
I think when a fire happens, you have to put the fire out, right? But then after the fire, there's smoke. And then there's a lot of growth after fire. So the fire is not the death. They can't end on that. So there definitely will be a season 2. I'm just putting that out there.
You want to know something,
It's already
guys?
gonna happen.
When I first thought of the season, the name, Little Fires Everywhere, I was thinking because everything was happening in little sections. Like, yeah, I know they showed the house burning and whatever, but throughout the season, it's probably because there was little fires everywhere. Elena and Mia. BB, Mia, Elena. Whatever the person's name is who adopted Mei Ling. Like, there was just little fires everywhere. Elena and Bill. Moody and Trip. Like, everywhere. Everywhere.
Everywhere.
They set little fires in each bedroom, but that turned into one big fire.
Yeah.
So little fires everywhere.
And it took that for them to see it in themselves. They saw it all in themselves because the kids did it, but Elena owned up to it because she feels like she created all of that because she did.
She knows
that she did that. And so she wants to own up to that. So everybody kind of ended up doing like what they felt it was right at the end of the show. So everybody kind of like that's why she got on the bus.
Izzy.
That's why Izzy got on the bus. That's why me and them left. Everybody was kind of like, they saw it. Like, that fire was huge. And there was no just, you can't stay in a burning house. You got to get the hell up out of there. So that's what everybody had to do.
It was a real one, though, because they did get their mom out. They didn't have to get their mom out. That would have been crazy.
Yeah, that would have been messed up.
That would have been a
That would have
crazy
been messed
ending.
up. Like, they do love their mom, and they got her out. And everybody lived.
I
at
think
the
you're
end of
right,
the day.
though. I think because, like you said, there's going to be growth after. Maybe they're going to be a normal family.
Yeah.
Money's not going to be involved. Maybe the husband won't be involved anymore. Maybe the kids will reunite.
He went to get a pacifier. Y'all heard that last part when he left? He said he went to get that pacifier. Ladies, we gotta stop leaving to go get that pacifier when you get done with these niggas, okay?
That's funny.
Cause that broke him. Also, you know what I'm saying?
Because
like,
he know
fires.
that she cheated 15 years ago. That's sad.
And he didn't even do nothing up until them 15 years. I don't even think he did something when he went to go get the pacifier. I really don't.
No,
Who
he went and
knows?
smoked his little cigarette in his car, and y'all never noticed that he never had the window rolled down when he was smoking that cigarette. That car probably stank. Towards the end, I thought he was gonna be one that started that fire.
Yeah, because he was being played with too. He was just like his son Moody. He settled. If Pearl would have settled, Moody would have been like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, would have done everything in his power to just keep her. So definitely, hopefully a season 2 because that was a good show. And like I said, I'm watching a couple other shows. So if y'all like this video and y'all like hearing our freaking opinions, and
I'm gonna be back, y'all. I'm gonna be back.
this is my. So if y'all want to see some more of us just reviewing like a seasons of something, let us know in the comments. Like, this is Lena and
Okay.
keeping it real while also keeping it lit. We out.
Blood, no see-through. Buckles on the jacket, it's elite.